Maxwell Starr's beer review. Tonight we're going to take a look at the one that started it all from Samuel Adams. Samuel Adams Boston Lager. This, our original beer, brewed with Bavarian noble hops, the balance of malty sweetness and hop spiciness in this brew sets up the standard for all Samuel Adams beers. It's been a while since I read up on it, but I believe this originally came out in the mid-'80s from Boston Brewing Company. One of the earliest microbrews in America. It's named after Samuel Adams, who was his brewer patriot. Was instrumental in getting the colonies involved in starting the American Revolutionary War back in the mid-1770s. And not only that, two of his descendants, his son and one other, were actually the one-time presidents of the United States of America. It's kind of weird to me to explain that because I'm actually, my family's descended from United Empire Loyalists, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, Boston Lager. According to Surgeon General, don't drink while pregnant. There's no ingredients list on this thing or any indication of what the ABV is. True American fashion. For brewery fresh taste, enjoy before month notched, and that would be December 2011. Well, current time of this recording, it's September 2011, so let's crack it open and take a look. Surprised I didn't spill it over the top. I've been shaking this beer up. Alright, let's give Samuel Adams a pour. Pouring it in my Sam Adams Perfect Pint glass with Boston Lager stamped right across the front. The head's kind of like an off-white color. It's like almost tan or creamy, but it's not very present. It's got like half a finger ahead. Plenty of carbonation though, and it's got an orangey, almost amber kind of appearance. It's maybe subtle hues of amber in the center, but for the most part, it's like an orangey golden kind of color. Let's give it a sniff. Smells not very present. It's got like a sweet, slightly fruity smell to it, but it's very faint. And there's some touches of herbal hop in there. For the most part, it's just a slightly sweet, malty smell. Probably from using some kind of pale malt. Given the color, maybe they used Munich malt. I think Munich's more ready, like amberish. Crystal tends to be a clear one, I think. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway. Honestly, it doesn't look like a bad beer, and looking at that, it might leave... Yeah, look at that swirl on that thing. It's leaving some nice lacing around the side, and it's actually coming up, the head's coming up on a distinct curve, so it's got some nice, I believe what you would call that is legs. It's not a bad looking beer. I'm a little disappointed in the amount of head that's there, but at least the head's kind of nice and foamy and not perfectly white, so it's not showing the signs of using too much sugar. Although who knows what Sam Adams is using today, if they're using like adjuncts and coloring. Anyway, whatever. Alright, so let's give it a taste. That's different. It's got an almost semi-citrus grapefruity taste to it for the hop character, as well as being a little bit piney. And there's a sense of herbal hop as well. So it's kind of like they brew it with the noble hops as well as like you got the flavors of herbal, pine, but a little tiny touch of maybe some kind of North American hop like one of the C's, like Cascade or something. A little bit. Mixed in with that, it's got a nice smooth malty sweetness. Like the bitterness catches you at the middle of the tongue, and coats the back of the mouth. Pretty much exclusively down the bottom. I'm not really picking up a lot on the top. There may be a little touch at the top. And you mainly feel that maltiness on the top and around the front of the tongue. And it's got like a mild sense of almost like a cinnamon taste to it. Got a nice little malty sweetness. And I'm picking up maybe another spice in there, like coriander. That's different for a lager. Now, one thing that's impressing me so far is that unlike some of Sam Adams' other brews, I'm not picking up any hints of corn. There's like a sweet toasted grain in the taste in the very back. It's mainly like a roasted barley taste, but it's mainly a malty sweetness. Touch of grains coming in the aftertaste. Mainly a malty sweetness and that hop taste as it goes down. That's really nice. It's not a very light beer though. It's for a lager. It's kind of maybe not quite on the thick side, but it's a little heavier than most lagers. Finish is dry though, and definitely well carbonated. I'm going to sit down with this one for a bit, and I'll come back with some thoughts. Be right back. 4.9% ABV. That's what Samuel Adams Boston Lager comes in at. It's apparently a Vienna lager style, which is supposed to use Munich and Vienna malts as well as smell a little malty sweet. But I read up on it a little on the break. I'm actually surprised I got all the flavors there. Anyway, given that its type of style, this specific Vienna lager style is supposed to be like that, I find this to actually be a really nice, really easily drinkable and well-flavored lager. When it comes to your generic lagers out there these days, there's hardly any that really have this kind of body and character. You're not going to get this from Sam Adams is gradually evolving towards the Popsy McLager stage. But most of those Popsy McLagers or generic mass-produced macro lagers tend to use plenty of adjuncts to bump up the cleanness of their taste, but also impart like corn qualities, ricey qualities, stuff that really have no place in beer. If you really want, the thing is, using these adjuncts make the beer cheaper. And I haven't detected any real signs of them actually doing that in Sam Adams Boston Lager as yet. As such, I'm going to give this 4 out of 5. I actually really enjoyed it, and it's better than I remembered. I had this once before, and it was just this... I don't recall liking it at first. I was never really a lager fan until recently. Now that I get the chance to actually try this again, it's actually a really nice lager. Yeah, so a 4 out of 5 for me on Maxwell Starr's beer review. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review and you're not screaming at your computer screen right now saying what a crappy beer reviewer. I rather enjoyed this beer, and I hope you guys do too if you take my advice. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.